You did everything right. You skipped junk food. You stopped eating late. You even forced yourself to try fasting. And still, nothing changed. The brain fog stayed. The belly stayed. That heavy, inflamed feeling in your body never really left. So you blamed yourself. Maybe you thought you weren't disciplined enough. Maybe fasting just wasn't for you. But here's the part nobody talks about. What if the very first thing you eat every morning is the exact reason your cells never switch into repair mode? Not sugar, not carbs. Something far more deceptive. Something most healthy people eat every single morning. Eggs, protein shakes, Greek yogurt, oatmeal with nuts. Foods you trust. Foods that may be quietly shutting down one of the most powerful anti-aging systems your body has, autophagy. And if that sounds dramatic, stay with me. Because in 2016, Nobel Prize-winning scientist Yoshinori Ohsumi won the Nobel Prize for proving something extraordinary. Your cells have their own internal recycling system, a cleanup crew, a repair team, a biological reset button, and it only turns on under very specific conditions. Miss those conditions, and damage stays. Old proteins stay, broken mitochondria stay, inflammation builds, aging accelerates. Not because your body failed, because it never got permission to clean. That's the blind spot. And if been waking up hungry and reaching for what the health world calls a perfect breakfast, you may be unknowingly stopping that process before it even begins. Here's the critical thing to understand. Think of your body like a city. At night, while you sleep, the repair crews come out. Roads get fixed. Trash gets collected. Broken machines get replaced. That's autophagy. Quiet, invisible, essential. But there's one switch controlling whether that cleanup continues after you wake up. That switch is called mTOR. mTOR sounds complicated. It isn't. Think of it like the construction boss. When mTOR is on, your body builds. New tissue, new proteins, growth. That sounds good. And it is. Until it never turns off. Because here's what most people completely miss. Your morning meal can slam that switch on within minutes. Especially if it contains one molecule, one amino acid, leucine. Leucine is powerful. It tells your body, food is here. Grow now. Build now. Stop cleaning. And that signal is incredibly strong. Harvard researchers have studied this for years. Leucine-rich foods activate mTOR fast. Eggs, whey protein, chicken, Greek yogurt, even healthy protein bars. And the surprising part is, you can eat these with zero sugar, zero processed junk, and still block autophagy instantly. That's why so many people fast 16 hours, then break it with protein, and wonder why they feel stuck. Because the timing changed everything. Not the food, the timing. And here's where it gets counterintuitive. It's not that protein is bad. It's that protein at the wrong biological moment changes your entire cellular agenda. Repair stops. Growth starts. And if the cleanup wasn't finished, that unfinished damage stays inside you. Stay with me, because this is where it gets strange. Your body actually starts preparing for autophagy long before you wake up. Around 4 to 6 a.m., cortisol rises naturally, not stress cortisol, biological wake-up cortisol. It pulls stored energy into your blood. It raises alertness and creates the perfect low insulin window for deeper cellular cleanup. But then most people do one thing that interrupts that entire sequence before it completes. And the molecule responsible is far more aggressive than you think. Because once it spikes, your cells make a decision they can't easily reverse for hours. That molecule is insulin. Not evil, not bad, but powerful. And here's the part nobody talks about. Protein can spike insulin too. Not like soda, not like candy, but enough to tell your cells the fast is over. The cleanup is over. The rebuilding starts now. And if you ate eggs at 7 a.m. after fasting all night, your autophagy window may have ended right there. That's the villain. Not breakfast itself, not protein itself, but the habit of triggering insulin and mTOR too early, before the repair crew finishes. And this is where it gets dark, because if this happens every day, damaged mitochondria start stacking up. Think of mitochondria like tiny batteries. They power everything. Your brain, your muscles, your heart. But broken batteries leak. They create oxidative stress, inflammation, fatigue, and faster aging. That tired for no reason feeling? Sometimes it's not age. It's unfinished cellular cleanup. Your body wasn't failing. It was being interrupted. Here's what changes everything. You don't need extreme fasting. You need sequencing. Clean first, rebuild second, repeat. That's the protocol. Morning, wake up. No food for the first 60 to 90 minutes. Why? Because cortisol is already mobilizing energy. This extends your natural repair window. Drink water. Add sea salt if needed. Black coffee is fine after 60 minutes. Why? It supports AMPK. That's the energy sensor. AMPK tells your cells, conserve energy, keep cleaning. Researchers at the Salk Institute have linked AMPK activation to longer cellular resilience. Midday. This is where you break the fast. But not with a protein bomb. Start with fiber first. Arugula, spinach, cucumber, olive oil. Why? Fiber slows the insulin rise. It softens the metabolic impact. Then add moderate protein, not massive. Wild salmon, eggs, lentils, sardines. Why? Now mTOR is useful. Now you want rebuilding. This is where your body replaces what autophagy removed. That's the cycle. Clean, then rebuild. Evening. This part matters more than people realize. Eat your final meal at least 3 hours before sleep. No late-night snacks. No healthy yogurt before bed. Why? Because nighttime is when melatonin rises. And melatonin isn't just for sleep. It protects mitochondria. It supports cellular repair. Researchers at MIT and other labs have shown melatonin helps control oxidative stress inside mitochondria. But here's what they didn't expect. Late eating blunts that signal the repair weakens. The damage stays. That's why timing beats perfection. Most people chase perfect foods. But your biology cares about rhythm. That's the real game. And here's the relief. It wasn't a lack of discipline. Your body was responding exactly as it was designed to. You were just sending mixed signals. Too much building, not enough cleaning. But once you understand the sequence, everything compounds. 1 extra hour in the morning, 1 smarter first meal, 1 earlier dinner. That stacks, day after day, week after week. Your cells get cleaner, your mitochondria get stronger, your energy gets sharper. And aging starts slowing at the place it begins. Inside the cell. But here's the part nobody talks about. There's another molecule, even more dangerous than insulin, in the morning. It looks harmless. It feels healthy. And millions pour it into their coffee every day. Tomorrow, we expose it.